Hey, how's it going? Miguel Martinez Juarez here. Today I'm talking about um, how to cast a burden to the superconscious, okay? To the Christ within, as Florence would say, okay? I got a collection of Florence Scovel, excuse me, I'm not sure how you pronounce it correctly, Shin, okay? Now, I want to give you a little bit of the background of this. Now, I'm going to use the board. I haven't used the board in a while. I think the board helps a lot. All right, so I got a blank board right here. Now, in natural law, right? In natural law, what gives things weight is gravity. Okay, what gives things weight is gravity. I gotta look at you. All right, so say this right here is Earth. Okay, this is Earth and this is land. Here's a boulder. Okay, put it B. So gravity gives it weight, right? Now, if you take the boulder into outer space, let's say this is outer space. Okay, let's put little stars right here. Let's put little stars right here. Okay, little star. You put a boulder over here. Has no weight. Okay. So, whoa, serendipity, right? So let's say this is your burden. Lack of love, lack of health, lack of wealth, lack of self-expression, confidence, right? Doing what you love, happiness, right? Because when you're doing what you love, you're happy. It's not even work, right? When you're enjoying something and you're having fun, it's not work, okay? So it could be any of those areas from the square, right? The square of life. Love, wealth, health, and perfect self-expression. Okay. Now, I'm gonna quote what Florence said. She says that why should we allow the conscious mind to impress the subconscious mind? If the conscious mind is, conscious mind is more of the mortal mind, right? The one that touches, smells, hears, feels, right? And it has the intellectual factors. It has the senses and the intellectual factors, and therefore it also has a lot of limiting beliefs. So we grow up with those ideas, right? We kind of grow up with some limiting beliefs, and when we toss the burden, right, the lack, into the superconscious mind, all right, into infinite intelligence, where everything is created, right? Everything is already complete. All the knowledge, all ideas, all creations are there. They're perfect. Okay. So when we cast the burden to the superconscious, it becomes light. And it dissolves into its nothingness because everything is complete. Does that make sense? Look, Florence talks about this, okay? She says, the only thing which gives weight in nature is the law of gravitation. And if a boulder could be taken high above the planet, there would be no weight in that boulder. And that is what Jesus Christ meant when he said, my yoke is easy and my burden light. Okay? Here are some other quotes. Okay? In the 55th Psalm, you will read, cast thy burden upon the Lord. Superconscious, right? Many passages in the Bible state that the battle is God's, not man's. And the battle is always to stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. Okay. So the battle is the how, right? The how. The work, most of the work, right, comes from infinite intelligence. You'll attract the way. Your job is to demand it, to see it, and to feel the feelings of it, okay? Remember, if you don't feel the feelings of it, you're never gonna get it. You're not gonna get it. So you got to see it and feel it, okay? Now, you will be attracting everything, okay? Now, when you have an idea that is of lack, Florence recommends to cast it to the Christ within. Okay? Here's a quote that one of her students used, all right? That really helped her. Okay? She writes, "A woman in urgent need of money made light upon the Christ within, the superconscious, with the statement, I cast this burden of lack on the Christ within, and I go free to have plenty." Okay? The result was an avalanche of supply, okay, to her. Okay? She doesn't go much into how, but that's what happened. Here's another example. She writes, "One of my students had been given a piano and there was no room in her studio for it until she had moved out the old one. She was in a state of perplexity. She wanted to keep the old piano, but knew of no place to send it. She became desperate, as the new piano was to be sent immediately. In fact, it was on its way, with no place to put it. She said it came to her to repeat, I cast this burden on the Christ within, and I go free. A few moments later, her phone rang, and a woman friend asked if she might rent her old piano, and it was moved out a few minutes before the new one arrived." Okay? Now, these are examples, right? Here's another one I want to share. Okay, here's another example. Florence writes, "I knew a woman whose burden was resentment. She said, I cast this burden of resentment on the Christ within, and I go free to be loving, harmonious, and happy." The almighty superconscious flooded the subconscious with love, and her whole life was changed. For years, resentment had held her in a state of torment and imprisoned her soul, the subconscious mind. Right? So this is actually a way to quantum leap into your results, okay? Into your demonstration, into your vision, because you let go. You let go of the how. Yes, you're open, you're aware, you're looking, expecting, making room, right? Digging the ditches, right? Setting up the work, setting up the place for your desire, right? But you cast any idea of lack that was programmed through your conscious mind to the Christ within. Because your true self is part of divine mind, okay? You are divine mind. You are part of God. And in divine mind, there is only completion. There is no separation to your source of supply. Okay? So, I hope you like this one. I hope this analogy of the boulder and in space helped. Okay? I want to keep it simple. Okay? And I hope you like this one. And thank you. Okay? And if you want more resources, you can check below. Thank you. In the description box. Thank you.